So an encounter, literally, it's a meeting. It's a meeting with Christ where Christ breaks into our life. We know that Jesus Christ is God made flesh, that God has entered into our human nature. We know that he has risen from the dead. We know through the sacraments that he is continually present in the world, especially through the church. And that's really kind of the foundation of what we mean by an encounter, that Christ is present and Christ continues to be present, and he continues to really break into people's lives. We continue to meet him. When we look at the Gospels, really all of the disciples have these encounter experiences where they meet Christ. In this season of Easter, we also remember those encounter experiences that take place after the resurrection. There are, I think, common elements to an encounter. First of all is really the presence of Christ. Second is most often encounters are somewhat unexpected. It might be in a very kind of supernatural setting, say like the Mass or the sacrament of confession, but sometimes they take place in very natural settings. Our workplace, our family life, a stranger that we meet, a conversation that we have, the experiences of our life. So oftentimes these encounters are unexpected, whether they be in a more supernatural environment or in kind of a natural environment. Christ kind of breaks anew into our life. We see him in a new way and experience him in a new way. Another very common element of all encounters is that it sort of sends us in a new direction. That when we meet Christ, when he enters into our life, he invites us, as he invited the first disciples, to come and follow him. And so there's a response that's really a part of every encounter. It might be to do something very dramatic, to leave something behind and to move forward. It might be a new way of looking at reality, or a new way of looking at our life, or a new way of looking at a relationship. But there's always some sort of change that comes about from an encounter.